All right, we should be live now. One, two, three, four. Okay, the audio sounds good. I'll set this up in Discord, and then we will get started. Very big stream upcoming. I will explain more once we're all good. Alrighty, we should be good now. What's poppin', fellas? Welcome in. So I'm going to be making sure everything for every team is on auto, and in the process, Nick will be revealing the AFC teams. Did I have re-signings on auto? I had to have. Contract, yeah, okay. So that's why all those players got re-signed. Yeah, that's all good. I don't think I'm going to have to do too much switching around, but I still want to make sure everything for every team is on auto, so it's totally fair. But we're going to wait for Nick to get in, just so we can fully be ready for him to reveal the AFC teams, and I will share sort of the plan of what we're going to be doing today, and I guess more stuff with the team reveals. What's good, Football Wiz? What's good, Cobra? What's good, Garrett? Welcome in, fellas. What is good, Nick? Okay, so I'll wait another minute, and then I will explain the plan for everybody. Yeah, but Nick said he had to leave at 5, and I don't think it'll take 20 minutes to reveal all the AFC teams. I think we'll be able to do that fairly quickly. So for those of you who are in the AFC, which you don't know who you are, you will know your team within the next 15 to 20 minutes. Or earlier. Okay, I guess I've waited a good amount of time so I can explain the plan. So, as you can tell, we're going to do seasons 6, 7, and 8 today. We're going to go over 3 off seasons and 3 regular seasons. I think we're going to simcast the OFL bowls, and if they're like super close, maybe we'll hop in. But other than that, per season. So Nick will be revealing the 16 AFC teams right now, since he is in the AFC, and since I'm in the NFC, I will reveal the 16 NFC teams right at the end of the stream. Nick and I have worked very hard on making these teams, so this has taken a lot of time for us to get right, but we do think that everyone is going to be pretty happy with what they got. If you're not happy with what you got, for whatever reason, then we could try to figure out a switch, but there are only, I think, what, like 5 CPU teams? So for those who did not list more than 1 or 2 teams that they wanted, and didn't get one of those teams, I think there are a couple, I made sure to give them a team who was relocation eligible in case they wanted to do that. And if you really want to relocate and you got a team who can't relocate, then we can make a switch. I think there are still a couple relo eligible teams left. But everybody who listed at least 5 teams got one of their 5. I tried to give people as high in their order as I could, but everyone who listed at least 5 teams got one of the 5 they want, I'm pretty sure. So, I guess now that that's all the way, Nick can start. He can reveal them however he wishes. He can do one division at a time, one team at a time, all at once. Doesn't really matter to me, so the floor is now yours. We're doing it in the chat right here. And then at the end of the stream, after we reveal AFC and NFC, I will list them all in the Discord just so people know. Your old YouTube got hacked? Okay, well, thanks for letting me know. I figured it was you, but imagine getting ratioed. Facts, couldn't be me. AFC East will be first, alrighty. Bills is Barker. Dolphins is RSV once again. Jets will be Coach Matt. Or not the Jets, New England. I'm dumb. The Patriots will be him. and the Jets will be CPU. The Jets are one of the CPU teams who are relocation eligible, keep in mind. So, if someone really does not like their team and they can't relocate, we could always switch them to the Jets. That's always an option. AFC North time, here we go. Updating college football revamp right now. At least you have college football revamp working. I can't say the same. The Bills are relocation eligible, yes. The only teams who are not relocation eligible are all the teams who relocated this year. In the AFC, I believe that is just the Browns and the Broncos. In the NFC, I think there are more. You got Atlanta, the Vikings, the Bears, the Seahawks, and the Giants. So those are the only teams that cannot be relocated. Ravens, Sports Gaming YT, Cincinnati Bengals is Pog, Browns is Nick, the X means they're not relocation eligible, by the way, and then the Steelers is Julio. That's one of the funner divisions we have, in my opinion. We do have all 4 teams being occupied by a user. I think there are only 3 divisions like that. I made sure every division has at least 3 users. Yeah, you can still think about whether you want to relocate or not if you have a real eligible team. You don't have to make your decision now because we're not going to start for another few weeks. Once the scouting update comes out, that's when I'll make the save file, so that's when we're going to have the relocation stuff like finalized. AFC South, Jax gets the Houston Texans. Did he want to relocate? I don't remember. Lucario gets the Colts. Which Pog was in your division? We originally had it to where Pog was the Jets, but we had to make some last-second switches. But that almost happened, but you guys are in the same conference at least. Pepperjack gets his Jaguars. And Pokemon gets the Titans. That is one of the other divisions that is filled with 4 teams. And then AFC West, the final AFC division that Nick will be revealing. Pokemon takes over for Muncher in Madden 22. Yes, he does. I just called him Meef. Meals gets the Chiefs. Denver is a CPU team. They are not relocation eligible. Panda Man gets the Raiders. And that one gamer gets the Chargers. So, I mean, he's been saying he's going to be the NFC the whole time. And plot twist. I mean, the Chargers do have sick jerseys. I will say that. I thought about the Chargers. I thought about quite a few teams. But the team I picked does have cool jerseys. Relocating to Dublin, so you don't care, but you want Atlanta. Well, I'm pretty sure the only team you listed was Atlanta. So, I made sure you got either the Falcons or a relocation-eligible team. So, but you won't be able to relocate Atlanta if you do get them. But as I said, you can always switch. But maybe you didn't get Atlanta. I don't know. Actually, I do know. But we're not going to find out until the end of the stream. Even though the Chargers technically relocated to San Diego, last year they are relocation eligible because they're still the Chargers. I figured it wouldn't make sense to not make them relocation eligible, even though in OFL 21 they are from San Diego. So you can keep them in LA, you can move them to San Diego, or you can relocate them anywhere else. 2 Giants fans. Yeah, I didn't think of that. You're right. 2 Giants fans coaching the Titans. For relocation, you are not allowed to become one of the relocation teams from this year, so that means we won't have the Diablos, we won't have the Snowhawks, we won't have the Bulldogs, the Thunderbirds, all of them. And I'm also limiting it to 1 team per city, so we can't have 2 people move to Memphis, for example. But other than that, everything else is fair game. Could Pittsburgh go to Columbus? Yeah, that would make geographic sense. Since we're not doing relocation teams from OFL 21, you won't be allowed to pick the Caps, but you'll be able to pick from the other 2 teams, which I think one of them is the Is it the Columbus Armadillos or is it Austin? I don't remember. I think the Columbus Explorers is one of them. I think they have cool jerseys. So you can choose from one of the other two Columbus teams other than the Caps, and it'll probably get approved because it makes geographic sense. Aviators, I forgot about them. They have cool jerseys too. I think it's the Aviators and the Explorers. And then I think the Armadillos is like Austin or something. Woo! Texas, hordes down! Poor Spencer. Just kidding. I don't think anyone really feels all that bad. But there's no way Caleb Williams isn't like their full-time starter, right? Like, you can't go back to Spencer at this point. Yeah, since Huskers' team wasn't revealed, he is in the NFC. As is everybody else whose team has not been revealed. If you know for sure you're a coach and your team did not get revealed, that means by default you are in the NFC. Honestly, like 5 games in, I gave up and started waiting for 22. The Black Knights have cool jerseys. And since nobody was the Black Knights this year, we could have the Black Knights for OFL 22. The Black Knights or the other London team. Aren't they like the Monarchs or something? Might change the city, but definitely not the team. Yeah, but we can't have like the, I don't know, the Chicago Chargers. You can move them back to San Diego. That's fine. But I don't think we want, like, that wouldn't even make geographic sense with the division. The Chicago Chargers in the AFC West. Reminder, Octifall. Well, no, let me explain. So for those who don't understand the context, in my regular server, not the OFL server, but the other one, I posted the college football Reddit Twitter account, which is verified, by the way. It said Spencer Rattler was going into the transfer portal. And after seeing all, like, the Spencer Rattler transfer memes over the past hour, I actually thought it was true. Even though it's a meme page, even those meme pages might report something if it's, like, true. So that's why I thought it was real. And it seems like something that Spencer Rattler, who is a loose cannon, would do. So that's why I thought that. But what round is he going to get picked in? Because I would still guess he would probably enter the draft this year. Assuming, I don't think he's ever going to start a game at Oklahoma again. I think that's a foregone conclusion. Unless Caleb Williams sucks and Rattler, for whatever reason, stays with the program. Which, at this point, would surprise me. Whether he transfers or just wants to train for the draft. Like, him going in the portal would make sense. And him being a loose cannon, I actually somewhat believed that he would do it, like, in the middle of the game. Imagine the Carolina Chargers in the AFC West. What's good, Pepper Jack? You are officially the Jaguars for OFL 22, by the way. I don't know if you saw, but we revealed the AFC teams in the chat, and you are the Jaguars. So, congrats on getting your first choice, I think. Spencer Rattler is not good at football. I can't really disagree. He went from being the projected #1 pick to might not even get picked. I mean, we've seen some hard falls, and at the beginning of the year, I don't think anyone was, like, sold on Rattler. Like, yeah, at this point, he'd probably be the first quarterback, but, like, probably not. He's going to fall, and someone's going to come up, and sure enough, that has been the exact case. Does RSV want to be in your division? I don't know, but you guys are in the same division, so. He'll be the perfect Zach Wilson replacement in New York. And then Zach Wilson's going to get traded, and he's going to become a Pro Bowler because, well, Jets. AFC teams are officially in the Discord. Okay, cool. How many more do I have to do? Oh, that was the last one. Okay, cool. So now everybody has their stuff on auto. So that means now we can skip forward into the off season. I have no clue what this free agency class is going to look like, because last year is when we had all the top fantasy draft picks in there. And we've already seen a few of the big quarterbacks get re-signed, like Chip and Dale, Riley Painter, and Eddie Small. So I have no clue what to expect, which should be fun. Here's the season recap page, by the way. Why does it say 2023? We want 2025. Still feels weird that I actually lost an OFL bowl. I never thought it would happen. But there you go. The two-time OFL Bowl champion, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The OFL Bowls we go over in the long-term sim won't officially count in our record books, but I don't know, they kind of like asterisks next to them. How do you not know if milk is spoiled? I guess it probably depends on the taste. If it tastes weird. Oh, we can't see the free agency because it's all in auto. I think we'll be able to see it in the draft stage, though. So, we got that. Retirements. Darius Slay, Robert Woods. Robert Woods, wasn't he on the Bucs? Yeah, he was like really good throughout the entire playoffs. Travis Kelce, Kyle Van Noy, Stephon Gilmore, Tyler Lockett, Aaron Donald, Von Miller, Teron Armstead, DeAndre Hopkins, Lane Johnson, Keenan Allen, Micah Hyde, Harrison Smith. Wow, this class is loaded. Matt Ryan finally retires. Casey Hayward, Matt Judon. A lot of great players. Le'Veon Bell. We're going to have quite a few Hall of Famers out of this group. Fat Randy, no! May have gotten none of the people. The division thing was more so a tiebreaker. I was mainly focused on getting people the teams they wanted, and if like push comes to shove with tiebreakers and whatnot, I would put people based on their division requests. But it's kind of hard to give everybody what they want with the teams and the divisions. So that's why people didn't necessarily get their division requests, but everyone got one of the teams they wanted, for the most part. When you fast, the first cheat food just be hitting. I wonder how many teams actually have money to spend. Because there are some teams that are broke. The Diablos signed one player, and we have $0 now. Nice. Okay, there are quite a few good players, it looks like. Quarterbacks, Russell Wilson to the Bills. Mookie Gray is now the backup for Katie Katz in Green Bay. Dwayne Haskins back to Carol. Wait. Was he on Carolina last year? I don't think so. I know he was on Carolina at one point this year. James Brown to the Bucks. Colbert to Toronto. Wow, I guess he'll be the backup to Norris Doris. That's interesting. And then the big guys, Ronnie Stanley to the Raiders. Stephon Diggs to Detroit. How many weapons is that team going to get Isaiah Thomas? Like a bazillion? And they still can't win more than 6 games. The Lions also signed Marlon Humphrey. Are these guys made of unlimited money? Stranier to the Packers. That makes me want to puke. Zach Martin to Toronto. Dean Savage to the Rams. Aaron Nash also to the Rams. Odell Beckham to Portland. Khalil Mack to Portland. I'm surprised he's still in the league. Fletcher Cox to the Bucks. Debo to London. Logan Wilson to Toronto. Yeah, this is a really good free agency class. We lost Butker. What? That sucks. He's now on. Wait. Is he going to be a backup? Hold on. Why would the Caps sign him? They have Enzo. They have Enzo and Baca. Is Harrison Butker going to be a backup? He's going to be like the second highest rated kicker in the league, and he'll be a backup. Right? Enzo's got to be higher than 886. Yeah, Harrison Butker's a backup. He is the second best kicker in the game, and he is a backup. That is too funny. I'm sorry. That is just too funny. That'd be even funny if they replaced Enzo because he was a first-round pick. Okay, end of the draft. We are using an auto-generated class. So, long story short, it's probably not going to be very good. I don't even know what this draft class looks like, to be honest. 3 quarterbacks at the top. Cole Fulton, Mason McCauley, and Mason Fitzpatrick. How high are these guys in talent? Fulton is an early first. Okay, so he's pretty good. Mason McCauley is mid-second. And Mason Kirkpatrick is also early first. So we got 2 good QBs in this class. A lot of defensive players. Brian Evans skipped the combine. Taj Rowley. That is a sick name. Is he fast? Please be fast. Yeah, he's fast. This guy's going to be a stud. We got Gary. Dual kicker system, I guess so. Alright, we'll like go through the first round during this draft stage, and then we will just simple rest. Who's going to pick a quarterback? Maybe New Orleans? What if the Lions picked a QB? That'd be so funny. Dallas won't. Dallas picks cornerback Alexander Jones out of Ohio State. The Lions at 2 go another corner in Philip Pearman. Buffalo selects Darryl Northcutt. I think this is where we're going to see that first quarterback. What's his name? Cole Fulton. Yeah, I think this is where he'll go. Alex Blizzard out of Auburn. I didn't even notice that name. Sheesh. The Bengals won't. New England probably won't, although they should. Ooh, the Dolphins are finally going to get a quarterback. Thank the Lord. So Cole Fulton might go to Miami. What if the Dolphins just don't pick a quarterback? That'd be funny. That'd be really funny. The Chargers could. Probably not. If the Dolphins don't pick a QB, we're having problems. They picked a corner. Why? You had a quarterback right at your disposal. So what, are they going to start Brandon Lampman again? Are you kidding me? They are comfortable with Brandon Lampman over one of those rookies. That's too funny. The Bucks ended up beating us in the OFL Bowl, by the way. The scouting update has not come, no. Miami is just allergic to quarterbacks. I guess they figured, hey, the last time this elite quarterback prospect somehow fell to us, it did not work out, and his name was Riley Painter. That is too funny. So now who's going to pick one? The Eagles, maybe? Wait, who the hell is... What? Who is Brooklyn? Did someone relocate? No, this is too funny. Who relocated to Brooklyn? What? Who is the Brooklyn Barons? In the AFC South. The Titans relocated to become the Brooklyn Barons. What? We've been streaming for 10 minutes and I'm already dying of laughter. Are you kidding? The Titans are now the Brooklyn Barons. I did not do that. The game automatically did that. What? Javi Beretta is going to try to lead the Brooklyn Barons to an OFL Bowl. I've got to say, that's a cool logo, though. Yeah, these jerseys are actually kind of fire. I hope someone picks them for OFL 22. Even though the Brooklyn Barons are here in the long-term sim, you can choose them in OFL 22, and I kind of hope someone does. That's clean. This stream is too funny. I was expecting the long-term sim to be wild, but not like this. This is just too much fun. The Eagles don't pick a quarterback. The Steamers could. Nope. Here are the Brooklyn Barons. Pittsburgh. No, they have Kyler. The Jets won't. The Jaguars won't. Portland won't. London won't. Chicago won't. None of these teams need QBs. None of them. The 3 best prospects in the class are quarterbacks, and we're all still on the board. What if the Dolphins get one in the second round? That would be hilarious. Who do we pick? George Graham, a 62 overall. Good lord. Are the Texans still a team? Yes, the Texans still exist. Okay, where are the QBs going to go? Miami, please? Please don't be stupid. The Dolphins are such a good team. I feel like they'd be so much fun if their quarterback was not Brandon goddamn Lampman. Okay, so the Dolphins passed on a quarterback at 9. We all laughed at them. Here in the second round, they're all still available. My thinking is if the Dolphins didn't want them in the first round, they're not going to want them now. So I'm fully expecting them not to pick one. Good lord, we'll just sim to the end. Jesus Christ, these teams are dumb. Oh my word. And there's 2 early first-round quarterbacks. They're probably higher than 76. This is hilarious. This is too much fun. Okay, where do the QBs go? I think quarterbacks, once they're like projected to go in the first round and they fall, they're usually some of the first few picks of the third round. So maybe the Lions will pick a quarterback. Yep, Dallas, Detroit, and the Bengals. They all picked the quarterback. So Cole Fulton is now, what, the 3rd stringer on Dallas? I guess so. I guess they probably re-signed Matt Woodard. because he was not in free agency. Mason Kirkpatrick is the backup to IT. He's a 78. And then Mason McCauley is going to be the third stringer behind Lamar Jackson and Drew Lock. Why, Miami? Just why? Alexander Jones was the #1 pick, 77 hidden. If that Cowboys hold on. If that Cowboys QB is X Factor, we're starting him. Or better yet, trading him to a team who needs him, like the Miami Dolphins. God damn, he has superstar X Factor, and the Dolphins passed on him twice. I'm sorry to bully the Dolphins, but they're the only team who really needs one. Do we just trade him to Miami just for the hell of it? Because I don't want to mess with anything, but I also want to make this as interesting as possible. And I don't really want him to be a third stringer. The highest rated player was Mason Kirkpatrick to Detroit. Trade him to the Dolphins for a first. The Dolphins should be penalized for their stupidity. I don't want to do this often, make manual moves, but for the purpose of a long-term sim, I think it would be the most interesting if the Dolphins got him. Unless there's a team that was a worse starting quarterback, but I don't think so. Who I'm just totally forgetting about. Because everybody has good QBs in this league. So, I don't think so. Damn, Katie Katz is an 86. I mean, I would say New England, but Hawthorne is like a 91, so I get it. Damn, Keith is a 98? New Orleans, maybe, but I think the Dolphins do more. Yeah, it's Miami. Good old Brooklyn Barons. That's just too funny that the Chargers moved to Brooklyn. The Chargers kind of make sense, but I think we're going to do Miami. Yeah. All right, Cole Fulton, welcome to the Miami Dolphins. Trade the Dallas starter and start him for the boys. I mean, that's actually a lot more realistic, now that you say that. But then what do we do with Aaron Trout, who was the top quarterback pick last year, who was Dallas's second stringer? Maybe we trade like Matt Woodard to the Chargers and Aaron Trout to the Dolphins. Maybe we could do that. Since when did they have Yannick Ngakoue? What? Since when was that a thing? And when did he get Superstar X? I don't remember any of this. I guess they signed him in free agency and I missed it. So yeah, they have Matt Woodard, Aaron Trout, and Cole Fulton. How have the Ravens done? Well, we're still in the first year. We've just gone through the offseason, and I don't think you guys did anything, considering you're broke. What is Matt Woodard's contract? He definitely got paid. Oh, I thought he would have made more. But still, I think the Chargers would make sense. Yeah. So his price tag, I think, would maybe be like a 1 and a 3. Are we just going to overload Dallas with draft picks? I guess so. So do we all agree that this is fair? Matt Woodard for a first rounder and a third rounder. Woodard is an X factor. He has 3 years left on his contract for about $25 million apiece. And then we'll probably do something a little bit less for the Dolphins, like maybe just a first-round pick with Aaron Trout, and then Dallas can start the rookie Fulton. Yes, fair enough. I agree. This is fair. Let's do it. So Dallas is going to have 3 first-round picks this year because they like to hoard on quarterbacks. Yet their second biggest need, according to Madden, is a QB. Good God, this game is so dumb. We'll sign them a backup as well. Okay, Aaron Trout for 1. Do we all agree this is fair? Trout has starred, right? I think so. Yeah, and he's 22. Duvall, I think, is probably still like an 80-ish in the ballpark. Oh, Miami's broke. Okay, we'll add a player who's making... We'll add a chump. Does RSV care about Jalen James? I don't think so. Okay. Do I want to clear cap penalties for Dallas? Well, now it's probably too late. Although Dallas has money, they haven't really been aggressive throughout OFL 21. They're fine. So, yeah, they still have plenty of money. Yeah, they're fine. Oh, maybe not. Let me see all their big contracts. Yeah, Trent Brown's off the books. I didn't even know they had Trent Brown. Wheatley's off the book. Yeah, these guys are fine. This is, like, not that bad. They'll be good. And they have no cap penalty after this year, keep in mind. So, they'll be okay. No, Jalen James is gone. Why? Bye-bye, Trout. I'm glad I didn't pick you. What if the Cowboys had Javi Beretta with Cole Fulton and Matt Woodard? They would have 3 young X-Factor quarterbacks all on the same roster. That'd be really funny. Okay, so we'll give Dallas a backup who's kind of cheap. And young. We'll do Matty Dublin. How about that? I believe Morrison did go up in depth. He now has Superstar. Okay, I'm going to double check that injuries are on. I don't know why they wouldn't be, but it's better to be safe than sorry. I kind of want to see who the Bucks play week 1, and then we can start our sim. Yeah, let's check the schedule real quick. No, Josh Rosen doesn't deserve a chance. The Barons' inaugural game is against the Steelers. That is just still the funniest thing to me. That they're the Brooklyn Barons now. Dallas play... What? Where's the Thursday game? Not Dallas, I mean the Bucks. Where are the Bucks? They play the Cougars at 1 o'clock. Well, I mean, at least they picked a good game for the Bucks. The 2 reigning champions. I don't know why they're doing it Sunday at 1, but at least it's a good game. So the plan today is that we're going to go through 3 seasons, and then as we're farther along, when we know less players, like, we know everybody in the league, for the most part. We have a general idea of what these teams are about, for the most part. But as we get far, like, when we're 10 years into the future, I'll probably go through seasons quicker, because at that point, we'll mainly be following quarterbacks and any other super young players left, and we'll get through more seasons per stream, probably in a similar amount of time. So let's simulate to the mid-season point. See what happens here. Put Gus Johnson on the call for that game. Yes. We need Gus. We need Gus for Bus to have fun whenever one of the Bucks, like 2 wide receivers they probably have under contract, do something good. I wonder what surprise Hall of Famers we're going to have. Like last year with Hakeem Butler. The OFL 20 GOAT. But that'll be interesting to see, like, which random player who we kind of just viewed as someone who's, like, good throughout OFL 21 ends up having, like, a ridiculous career. And which players who do we expect to be really good end up kind of flopping, like Riley Painter did for his first few years, but more, like, spread out over their entire career. What's good, Jax? Welcome in. If you missed it for the AFC teams, you are officially the Houston Texans for OFL 22. We beat the Cougars. Okay. 4-4. What? Come on. What? So who's really good? The Portland Snowhawks have the best record in the league at 6-1. At the bottom, we have the Niners and the Colts. The Colts are 1-6. These were 2 playoff teams last year. The Lions still suck, by the way, as far as... The Cougars are 2-5? What are these standings? Carolina sucks? Toronto is having a typical Toronto start. I see they started 1-4. As much as things change, they all stay the same. The Brooklyn Barons are 3-4, so I guess Javi is not doing too well in his new setting. The Cardinals are 4-3. The Caps aren't off to as good of a start as normal. The Dolphins are 4-3. The Jets and Sentinels at 6-2. I don't know how to feel about that. Vernon Carter for Canton, or we riot. I mean, last year in OFL 20, the 49ers tight end made the Hall of Fame with Hakeem Butler. So, who's the MVP? It's going to be someone weird. I guess it's kind of weird, Tua. Interesting group. We'll take a quick look at the stat leaders, see if there's anything outlandish. 59%. What are you doing, Phil? Come on. He said, Jax, what team do you want to relocate? I mean, I guess... Yeah, the Texans are relocation eligible, so... Become the Oilers, Jax. We know you know you want to. The Caps need you, clearly. Kenneth Hawthorne leads the league in picks. Wow, didn't see that one coming. Andy Morrison being up there is a surprise, but again, as much as things change, they all stay the same. Toronto starting 1-4, and Kenneth Hawthorne leading the league in picks. Matt Woodard's been kind of underwhelming with the Chargers. How about Trout? Why is did Keith get hurt? Because why else would Jalen Hurts be starting with the Rams? Cole Fulton's been blah. Riley Painter, I guess, is doing pretty good. He might not be a one-year wonder. Trout, oh wow, Aaron Trout's having a really good year with the Dolphins. So maybe they're not like a quarterback cancer factory. Maybe Riley Painter and them just didn't work out. I see Josh Jacobs is a machine. J.K. Dobbins, what is his rating? High 80s? 91. Wow, I didn't realize he was that good. Devontae Adams leads in yards. How about touchdowns? I see Juju is still cooking. That's good. Elmers leads with 8. Is Wally in first with sacks? No, it's Vinny Hill. Herbert hasn't been awful, so how are you 1-7? That is a good question. Probably your defense, I guess. Yeah, let's check the team stats. Let's see how far down San Francisco is. J.C. Jackson with 5 picks. Wow. After we check like some of the baseline team stats, we'll simulate through the rest of the year. Where is the Niners defense? Oh, this is just offense. I'm blind. They have the third best offense, by the way, and they're 1-7. How does that make sense? Doris and Peters. We'll go over more things at the end of the year. Did we not see Norris Doris, though? Defense. Are the Niners in last? They're second to last. Okay. The Eagles have the best defense. Wow. You already know. What if you don't get someone who's relocation eligible? Wink, wink. I'm kidding. Or maybe I'm not kidding. Well, I guess we'll find out. Wow, thank you, EA. That's very fun. The upgrades are going through, right? Okay, good. Yeah, if there was players with like 3 skill points, 4 skill points, then I would have been worried, but I guess everyone is getting upgraded. Off to the playoffs! If we don't make it, I will be kind of sad. Because our team is like the same as it was last year, but both of our tight ends are gone. I'm counting Arnold as a tight end. I know he technically wasn't, but... Shades of OFL 20 saying, yes, this team is CMC and Mahomes. Make them always miss the playoffs for no reason. I'm pretty sure last year, I don't remember a whole lot about the long-term sim, but I feel like the Panthers won like multiple OFL balls. But yet, during the actual OFL, yeah, Madden just said, this team is the best quarterback and running back in the game. How about they miss the playoffs? Alright, we're nearing the end. We have made pretty good pace so far on this stream. I think we started, what, like 40 minutes ago? And the first 15 minutes of that was me, like, fiddling around with the settings. And doing the team reveals for the AFC. Look at your name in OFL chat. If you guys want to change your names in the Discord for the AFC coaches who have new teams, you can do that. Yes, the Barons! Oh my word, we actually made the playoffs. At 8-8. So let's take a look at the playoff bracket. The Jags and the Snowhawks are the 1 seed. Toronto's the 2 seed. They started the year 1-4 and are now the 2 seed. Is that not the Toronto Thunderbirds we know, or what? Toronto, Orlando, London, Arizona, Green Bay, and Carolina. The only real, like, strange thing here, I guess, is Portland is the 1 seed. And, I mean, they have Patrick Mahomes on their team, so it kind of makes sense. Weren't the Cougars, like, 2-5? How does this make sense? They were 2-5, and now they're the 2 seed. Jets, Diablos, Texans, Bills, and Dolphins. The AFC East had 3 playoff teams. And the best roster in the AFC East with a 91 overall quarterback is not one of them. I'm scared to look at these standings. I'm scared. The best record goes to the Snowhawks at 13-3. So the Cougars won out. They were 2-5 and they won out. There you go. No playoffs for Baltimore, even though I think they were like, what, 4-3, 5-3. So Jacksonville gets the best record in the AFC. The Colts get the #1 pick. What a fall from grace from the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts would find a way to be like the best team in the league in the regular season for 2 straight years and then get the #1 pick the next year. That's like the Colts in a nutshell. The Brooklyn Barons in their first year, by the way, go 7-9. New England finished 8-8, so they barely missed. I see this division was just outright loaded, which is odd because the AFC East has always sucked throughout OFL 21. And the AFC West, which is always really good, chooses to be awful. So Toronto wins the division. The Packers sneak into the playoffs. Orlando and Carolina both get in. The defending champion Bucks miss out. Just like when they won the OFL Bowl a couple years ago, I'm pretty sure they missed the playoffs the following season. The Bulldogs go 8-8. The Caps don't make it. Wow. How about that? Weren't the Eagles like really good? Yeah, they lost 6 in a row. Ouch. Portland 13-3. The Cardinals also make it in. So the Niners, they picked it up. There you go. But 6-10, they kind of got haunted from their poor start. So we'll take a brief look at the stats. Phil threw... Oh, he got hurt. Is he still hurt? Partial MCL tear. Well, our season's been fun. Nick Russell was better, though. He was way better. What? Nick Russell outplayed Chip. I guess our season's not over. Russell Wilson leads the league in passing yards, probably passing touchdowns, but he also had a lot of picks. Leader in interceptions was Andy Morrison with 21. Where's Hawthorne? Oh, okay, so he was actually kind of good towards the end of the year. The passing touchdowns leader is Russ with 41. Carson Wentz had 40. He might be the MVP. All right, let's check by passer rating. That's probably the best way to do it. The highest passer rating for starters is Joe Burrow, and his team finished as the 1 seed. So Joe Burrow is probably the MVP. Wow, Jordan Love had a great year, even though they missed out. Mahomes was really good. Wentz was really good. Norris Dars had a nice season. He's probably an MVP candidate. Eddie Small wasn't even that bad, even though his team sucked. Trout had a good year. Alexei Smirnov was not all that spectacular. Javi Beretta was fine. Justin Herbert played well. Kyler Murray did Kyler Murray type stuff. Cole Fulton was okay. IT wasn't awful. Riley Painter looks like he had a really bad second half of the year. Matt Warded at the bottom. Wow. The rushing champ is Joe Mixon. Wow. So Saquon and Eddie Small were not bad, yet the rest of the team was complete cheeks. How does that make sense? Carry on with 1,200. What is his rating? He's an 89. He's also 30. Madison ran for 17 touchdowns. He's a 95 with Superstar. Since when? What happened to him? I'm not used to the Barons still. I got confused there for a second. I was like, since when was Christian McCaffrey on the Barons? Oh, yeah, that's right. The Titans decided to move. Wow, Jaquan Gore played all 16 games. That's quite rare for him because he's made of glass. Elmer's leads in yards. Did he lead in catches? No, Anthony Miller did. Elmer's was awfully high. Did he lead in touchdowns? Yes, he did. He has to have at least Superstar at this point. Yeah, he's a 96. Wow. Jay Knowles was second. Deontay Harris for former Diablo with 15. Juju had a good year. Brendan Ayuk played real well. Devin Duvernay was the Colts' best receiver. Not Malachi Arnold. Not Godwin. Kasim Lamb is still really good, I see. Hunter Renfrow is still really good, I see. Justin Jefferson with 13 touchdowns. Will Disley with over 1,000. Okay, that's a weird one. Blocking. Who was the worst offensive lineman? Vinny Hill allowed 20. What is his rating? 67. He is a 59 pass protector. Okay, that explains a lot. We'll go by conference for sacks and picks, because this game is weird like that. Why do I have the feeling someone broke the sack record this year? I don't know. I just have a weird feeling. Not in the AFC. Myles Garrett with 15. Taiwan Roll. Who are you? He's an 84. No, he's not that bad. Then interceptions, we got 5 for Bluffington and Lattimore, both with the Chargers. Vic had 4. That's cool. J.C. Jackson with 8 interceptions. McKinney with 6. Janelle Bay with 4. The GOAT. And then who was the sack leader? It was 15 for Cam Newton. Josh Allen with 14. Timmy Turner with 12. Reggie Peters 11.5. Did anyone go perfect on kicks? Nope. We will briefly go through awards, and then we will go through the playoffs. So the MVP winner is Carson Wentz. I don't really see a major issue with that, to be honest. Roberto wins. Oh, I guess the Snowhawks wins Coach of the Year. Wentz, AFC Offensive Player of the Year. We'll go through the awards quickly. Mike Streets, Offensive Rookie of the Year. He is a 66 overall. Okay. I guess he's a running back. Why was the chat not showing up for me? I have not seen any of the chat messages within the past, 10 minutes. So that's why I haven't seen your messages. So I apologize, friends. Now I see them. Why was the chat not working for me? That's weird. Yeah, we'll go through the rest of these quicker. RH3 stats. Yes, I do want to go over the user players. That's a good idea. Cole Fulton wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. I guess that makes sense, considering he was the only starting quarterback. Philip Pearman, wasn't he the second pick? And Alexander Jones was the first pick. Toronto, in Toronto fashion, started the year 1-4, and they finished as the 2 seed, because logic. I don't know if you saw Norris Doris' numbers, but they were pretty good, and Reggie had 11.5 sacks. The chat BF you, Octi. Indeed. Chauncey the Pokemon is an 86. Wow, he's only in his second year, I think. Are there any other non-quarterback user players who are super relevant? Because most of them are QBs. RH3, 44, 631, and 4. What is his rating? He's got to be mid-80s at this point. Yeah, 86. Alright, so we'll go round by round for the playoffs, and then as I said, we will simcast for the OFL Bowl. So we got Cougars, Dolphins. I feel like they've played each other in the playoffs before. Jets, Bills. I know they've played each other in the playoffs before. I think that game was 10-7. It was really boring. Diablos, Texans. Have we ever played in the playoffs? I don't think so. Carolina, Toronto. I assume they've probably played each other in the playoffs at some point. The Senators and Packers. And then the Bulldogs and the Cardinals again. They've played each other multiple times in the playoffs. I'll show Shoddy because I'm kind of curious about him. And I think we would have probably passed Scudas. Oh my God, we won with Nick Russell at quarterback. How does this make sense? Okay, so we'll check the Chiefs real quick just so we can see how much better Juju is than Shoddy. Scuda was eh. And then Shoddy, 73, 707, and 4. That's pretty respectable, but if we want to compare him with Juju, not quite the same. Who is Calvin Tyson? Who are you? A 76 overall, outperforming Tyrone Gordon, who is probably a 99. Yep. Logic. Alright, let's take a look at the results. So, the Cougars beat the Dolphins. The Bills beat the Jets with Russell Wilson. We beat the Texans. The 2-seeded Diablos are out. They probably lost on an 11-point Hail Mary at the end of the game. The Senators beat the Packers, and the Cardinals beat the Bulldogs. Is this going to be where Arizona finally wins the OFL Bowl when it technically doesn't count? Ooh, we play the Cougars again for like the 15th straight year. We play them every year in the playoffs, it feels like. What if we win? With Nick Russell at quarterback. Oh, we only lost by 3! The Cinderella story for our 71 overall backup comes to an end. Jacksonville beats the Bills. Arizona squeaks by Orlando, and the Snowhawks beat Carolina. So we've got Jacksonville, Chicago, Portland, Arizona. Okay, so nothing too unreasonable, other than the Cougars starting 2-5 and then making it here. Alright, we'll skip to the Pro Bowl, and then we will simcast the OFL Bowl. We will not simcast the Pro Bowl, we don't have time. EA's never going to let you win a ring. We've got the Jags and the Snowhawks, the 2 #1 overall seeds, Joe Burrow versus Patrick Mahomes. Is RMP finally going to get a championship of some sort? Katie Katz is a 96? Whoa, what the hell? Hold on. How is he a 96? He was like an 86 at the beginning of the year, and I think that was with morale. How is he a 96? How does that make any sense? He's a 97! Huh? This man went up like 10 ratings this year. How does any of this make sense? He's the 12th best quarterback as a 96, by the way. That's too funny. But how does that make sense? The Jags and Cougars logos are kind of similar. Yeah, you're right. The Cardinals losing the conference for what, like the 3rd time in the conference championship? Arnold made it. That's good. Do we have Juju? Yep. No tack shotty, for what it's worth. Katie Katz must be that goated, clearly. How does that man go up 10? I didn't even know he had Superstar. I mean, I guess it makes sense because his numbers were really good last year. So I guess it's not that much of a surprise. How many 99s are there in the league? I'm kind of curious. And then we'll get to the OFL Bowl. There's got to be like 50. Our team probably has like 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we only have 5. There's got to be close to 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. Wow, I was close. 48. The Ravens went, I think, 8-8. Wide receiver probably is close to 20, and quarterbacks do too. Can you see Tremblay's overall? Yeah, I can get that real quick. I kind of want to see his numbers now that you say that. How many running backs do we have? Like 12? He is a 90. No Todd Gurley. I don't think he retired, though. What did Tremblay do as his first year as a full-time running back? He barely played. Did he get hurt? He played in 5 games. Yeah, so he was hurt most of the year, it looks like. So their starter was Trent Newman. He's been a starter a couple places, I think. I think Morrison ended up leading the league in interceptions, but he also threw for close to like 40 touchdowns. All right, Siri has to pick a number for us. Give me a number between 1 and 2. 2. I'm pretty sure Portland would be considered the home team. Norris Doris had a good year. What is his rating? He's got to be like probably at least low 90s at the minimum. Yeah, 93. And that's like the 20th best quarterback in the league at this point. But yeah, he had a good year. Where is that? That's got to be in the bottom half of starters, which is ridiculous. 16. So he is an average starting quarterback as a 93 overall X Factor. That's why I love this game. Because it's just so weird. Was Deontay Harris a 99? That was probably Jeremiah Harris. I think it was Jeremiah Harris who was a 99. Yeah. So it was Harris, but the other Harris. So I was about to say the Titans. The Bears receiving core is Deontay Harris, Jeremiah Harris, and Christian Kirk. That is absolutely filthy. That's like that's insane. Who's going to get their first OFL ring? Will it be Joe Burrow or Patrick Mahomes? I don't think Portland has ever really been all that close to a ring. The Jaguars were in an OFL Bowl a few years ago and lost to the Bucks, who appear to be hosting this game. Is Octi going to be the Lions? I mean, I am an NFC team. So, you never know. If the game gets close, we're going to hop in. Wow, Portland with a quick score. Jags answer the field goal. Both offenses having no problem so far. Jags with a late touchdown. So Jackson adds another one. Yeah, the Jags have this game won. So the Jacksonville Jaguars win the first OFL Bowl in the long-term sim. So RMP technically now has a ring. If I win the OFL Bowl in the sim, I won't. Yeah, we're just handing out Mickey Mouse rings, pretty much. So RMP is the first one to get a Mickey Mouse ring. Patrick Mahomes was complete butt cheeks. Joe Burrow was not. Mahomes had more interceptions than Burrow did incompletions. Alexander Mattison, the best running back in the league this year, for whatever odd reason. He probably is X Factor now. Had 106 and a touchdown. Odell Beckham played really well for Portland. I guess he's the only one of the offense who really showed up. Who had all the picks? Looks like Isaiah Simmons had one. Eli Fowler, Zach Ziggity, and Sean Bartell. Interesting group. I think everyone wants a Mickey Mouse ring, except for Jax, I guess, for whatever reason. Yeah, at least the Jags are good somewhere. Because they are not in real life, I'll tell you that. Okay, so we will quickly go through retirements and free agency and whatnot. So this is pretty much what a long-term sim season will look like. Although, again, as we get farther on, I'm going to try to move quicker. But since we're still early on, I'm going to be willing to move a little bit slower since a lot of these teams are still intact. A lot of these players are all still here. At least the Caps are good in the LFL, but they don't exist in real life. Don't hurt me like that. You can say the Lions suck, too, if it makes you feel better, because it's true. Here is... Nope, that's 2020. Oh, yeah! The game thinks the Jets made the OFL Bowl. I forgot about that. When the Jets did not make the playoffs this season. The Cougars beat the Caps, not the Jets. Why does this game think the Jets made the OFL Bowl? And now the game thinks the Clemson Tigers just got in the OFL Bowl. What? So we've got the New York Jets replacing the Columbus Caps, and the Clemson Tigers replacing the Snowhawks. This game is so drunk. You've got the Titans moving to Brooklyn. You've got the Dolphins choosing not to pick a quarterback twice, and now the Clemson Tigers are an NFL team. Or I guess OFL team. This game never ceases to amaze me. I know we all think Madden is dumb, but at least Madden is dumb in a funny way. That makes it interesting. Ooh, retirements. Yes, I want to see that. Khalil Mack, Zach Martin. So the defending NFC champion Portland Snowhawks lose a lot of pieces. Grady Jarrett, Devontae Adams, Cam Hayward, Juice, Allen Robinson, David Bakhtiari, Fletcher Cox, Chris Carson, Jarvis Landry. So not quite... Ooh, Stafford, no! It's not quite as much talent as last year, but still quite a few. And then we got the Money Badger there at the bottom. Yeah, Madden is in... Clemson is in because of, like, face of the franchise and stuff. But still, I don't know why this game thinks the Snowhawks are now the Clemson Tigers. That's just too funny to me. This game is just so funny. Okay, so we're going to skip through free agency, go to the draft. I wonder who the Colts are going to pick number 1. And I wonder who's in the free agency class. Mahomes equals DJ. Who's DJ? Daniel Jones? With all the turnovers? Or are you comparing him to DJ Uiagalelei? Which in that case, I am offended. Oh, I guess you probably are, because it's Clemson. Why did I not think that? Why did I instinctively think of Daniel Jones? When DJ's been my guy since January. Actually, hell, before that, since the Notre Dame game. Malachite Kidd to Portland. That's a nice pickup. Wesley Gary replaces Stephon Diggs in Columbus. DeForest Buckner replaces Aaron Donald in Carolina. Trey Storm to the Steelers. Vita Vea to the Chiefs. Wow, the Caps are spending. Carson Wentz to the Raiders. Wait. But they have Marvin... This game is so dumb. Russell Wilson is back to the Chargers. He was already... How many teams has he been on? Like 6? Dak Prescott will be replacing Carson Wentz with the Jets. So who is Carolina's QB? Bucker is now with the Barons, so he is no longer a backup, I see. Chidobe signs to the Patriots. That's unfortunate. Shaq Barrett to Detroit. Who is playing quarterback for the Panthers? Josh Cox. He was on the Dolphins at one point. So who the hell is Carolina's quarterback? And why should they make a trade with the Raiders right now, who have 2 good ones? They still have Marvin Jones. Yeah, Carson Wentz is the backup. Carolina currently have... Oh, they have Dwayne Haskins. Okay, so they're set. Madden loves Dwayne Haskins, so they don't even need a quarterback. I forgot about that. Now Dwayne Haskins actually gets a chance to shine as a full-time starter. Based on what he showed with the Lions a couple years ago, I am all for this. Okay, so what does this year's class look like? Do we have any quarterbacks at the top? No, they're all cheeks. Well, I guess it's a good thing nobody needs a quarterback. The top prospect is James Williams out of Florida. Isn't there a James Williams who plays like defensive back on Miami in real life who was a good prospect a few years ago? A lot of defensive backs here at the top. What is good, Mr. Rob? Welcome in. So we have gone through 1 full season. The Panthers, I think, made it to the divisional round, but Dak Prescott just left for the Jets. So now your current starting quarterback is Dwayne Haskins. Connor Fitzsimmons goes number 1. He's a 72. So the Colts are making a nice old mistake. Matthew Sweat to the Saints. So the Lions are going to pick their 5,000th. Nope, they're not going to pick another receiver. So that top guy is still there, James Williams. Was he an early first? Haskins, if you don't score, you cut, Chief. Haskins tosses a pick 6. Well, Dwayne Haskins is good in this game. Why is that top prospect still there? He has not been picked in the top 7. What? The top prospect is available at 11. Watch the Barons pick him. It's not like they have 3 94-plus wide receivers or anything. Dak, what a traitor. That guy is still on the board. This is unreal. Is he... What type of first-round talent is he? Like, what's the deal? He's an early first-rounder. Mexico City, if he is on the board, please pick him. Please pick him. Yeah, this draft class is not good. Okay, the Ravens even picked a receiver. So what's the deal? Why is this guy not going? He is off the board at 20 to the Cowboys. Yeah, if you're an early first-round talent as a 75, geez, this class is cheeks. Who do we pick? A 69. Nice, that's better than our last pick. You had an 85 overall quarterback in the draft, projected 1, and he fell to 9. Wow. I guess because not... I mean, with quarterbacks, it happens often. Because sometimes teams, if they don't need a quarterback, they're not going to pick one. But still, the number 1 prospect falling to 21, or 20. That just blows my mind. I would have loved to pick him, because our wide receiver 3 is, like, not that good. Which is odd, because we had, like, the best receiving core in existence 2 years ago with Juju, Gordon, and Christian Kirk. James Williams posted a video of him smoking weed before the draft. That's why he got... Oh, was that the other James Williams? Because I'm pretty sure the James Williams out of Miami is still, like, at Miami. Wasn't there a James Williams who played running back at Washington State, though, who was kind of good? I'm pretty sure he was, like, on the Lions at one point and just never materialized. The highest rated players were 76s. Jeez. Who was the top quarterback who got picked? Pat Adkins to the Saints, who's a 60. The highest rated quarterback who got picked is a 64. Max Miller with us and Andres Sanchez to the Cougars. So this quarterback class is like worse than 2013 with E.J. Manuel and Geno Smith and all them. Oh, that James Williams posted a picture of smoking. Why did I think you were talking about a real person? You meant the James Williams here. I'm an idiot. Why did I think you were talking about someone who was real? Yes, I guess that explains why he fell to 20. Okay, I was confused for a second. I was like, what? Why did I not understand that? Geno played well on Thursday, but who's the best quarterback out of that class? Like Mike Glennon? Or Geno? I mean, this quarterback class here might be even worse, though. Which says a lot. It's remarkable. Like, the early 2010s, like, you could go from, like, 2010 to 2015. You could go through those draft classes. There are, like, not many good quarterbacks. All the good quarterbacks in the league are either really young or really old. And you got, like, Russell Wilson and Kirk Cousins in the middle of that. But they're both, like, on the older side. They were, like, 24 when they got picked. Do you know if you can play cross-platform franchise on Madden? I don't think so. We want the schedule. I want to see who Jacksonville plays week 1. Why are we playing at 10:15? Oh, is that like the late game? Why would we play at 10:15? That's like so late. A 10:15 start time. Why? I've never seen that. Jacksonville plays against... The Sunday night game is Toronto and the Snowhawks. Jacksonville plays the Cougars. But why are we starting at 10:15? How high are you right now? 5'11"? We're in 89. Wow, we've fallen. Yeah, I don't think I don't think draft classes are cross-platform. If it is, that'd be nice, but I don't think that is the case. You know why? Because Madden is dumb. That's why. Why can't you do, if they're doing cross-platform for other stuff, why can't they do that for, like, draft classes and whatnot? Your team took the night shift. I guess so. But that game is in Las Vegas, too. So, that game is starting at 10:15 Eastern Time. Like, what? The NFL would never do that. Boomy makes draft classes will make everyone normal dev because he doesn't believe in development. He'll just sign everybody. He'll spend all his money in free agency, so he'll be like, how about I make everybody in the draft suck? So I make everyone's team bad, but I don't have to worry about it because I'm not going to draft anyone anyway. It's at the Raiders, so it would be 8:15 local time. Yeah, it would make sense local time, but still, I don't think the NFL would ever like start a game that late. Like, that would not make sense for the East Coast. Which is where I would say, out of the 4 time zones, I would think the most NFL watchers are probably on the East Coast. Dead last! Yay! How? Is there anyone undefeated? I feel like there is. Nope, it's the Colts! Of course it's the Colts! After finishing with the worst record in the league last year, now they have the best. Only the Colts. They do this every year in this league. It's too weird. New England is 5-2. I see Kenneth Hawthorne has finally figured it out at the young age of like 29. Now the question is, who's really bad? The Cougars suck at the beginning of the year again, so they'll go 12-4, that means, right? The worst team... Oh my god, Toronto is 1-6. So they're going to, what, go 9-7 and win the division now? Because Thunderbirds? Even in the long-term sim, Toronto sucks in the first half of the year and is insane in the second half of the year. Only the Toronto Thunderbirds. Yearly awards. The MVP favorite is Javi Beretta of the Brooklyn Barons. I'm still not used to that. That's still just too weird to me. This stream has gone so strange, and I love it. Yeah, 7:15. I mean, that would make sense for Vegas, but I mean, the NFL is trying to isolate half their fans. Who was the favorite? It was Javi. Yeah, I guess I see it. Who is the highest passer rating among starters? Eddie Small has a 127. That's my GOAT right there. Then you got Mahomes, Marvin Jones. Did Russ get hurt? Or is he really bad? He's an 86. He's played every game. Is he the backup? Is he the backup behind Pidgeotto? Oh no, they have Woodard. Pidgeotto's the third stringer, and Woodard is the starter. I forgot about that. So Pidgeotto's what? Probably mid-80s? He's an 84, and he's a third stringer. We are better than Octafraudo. Clearly you are. We'll go through all the positions at the end of the year, so don't panic why I didn't show the other spots. If the Toronto Thunderbirds don't make the playoffs, I'd be surprised. At 1-5. They're going to. Or no, they were 1-6. As much as things change, they also stay the same. And remember, at the end of today's stream, which will be after next season, not this season, but next season, we will reveal the NFC teams for OFL 22. So don't forget. Raise your hand if you're better than the Diablo frauds. That would be a lot of you guys, so raise them proudly. East Coast, least coast. Yeah, we all know that's a lie. Central Time is where, like, nobody is. I couldn't think of a better roast, so there you go. East Coast, East Coast, Central Coast. What's a word that rhymes with central? That's like mean. Well, time to ask Google. Words that rhyme with central. Central Coast, mental coast. That's not funny. Central Coast, governmental coast. Wow, that's a really good comeback. No playoffs for Diablos, I think for the first time in all of OFL 21. It took us 7 years. I think it was just us and the Cougars who made the playoffs every year, right? Central Coast ain't no... Yeah, why was I thinking coast? East time zone, least time zone, central time zone, governmental time zone. There you go. So the Raiders and Sentinels finish with the best record. What has this league turned into? AFC North, the Cougars, Ravens, and Steelers all make the playoffs. So I guess the Cougars now are the only team who's made the playoffs every year, I think. Yeah, Chicago's made it every year. In the South, it'll only be the Colts. Wow, the Colts barely won the division at 10-6. The defending champion Jags and Brooklyn Barons were right on their tails for a while. The Dolphins win the East. Kenneth Hawthorne finally makes the playoffs. Then in the West, the Raiders win it. Chargers get the #1 pick. The Steamers win the North. Toronto doesn't really recover. I assumed they would, but they did not. Orlando at 12-4 gets in. The Bucks at 8-8 as a wild card. So watch them run the table and win the OFL Bowl now, because that's how the Bucks work. The Eagles make the playoffs, I'm pretty sure for the first time in all of OFL 21 at 11-5. And then in the West, we got the Cardinals winning the division with the Snowhawks and Rams getting in. So how many teams have not made the playoffs now with the Eagles finally getting in? And the Steelers. This is the first time the Steelers are in too. I think it might just be the Lions. I'm pretty sure the Lions have never made it, and I don't know if anyone else has. Playoff wins. Steelers, the Eagles, and the Lions. Oh, the Barons / Titans. Okay, so the Barons and the Lions are the only teams who have never made it. Phil did not get hurt. He just chose to be Cheeks this year, I see. Not ideal, Philip. Smirnov leads in yards, but he also throws 22 picks. He's still a 99, right? Yeah, I don't know why he wouldn't be. He's not regressing. He's 27. Joe Burrow had another great year, although his team didn't make it. Aaron Trout might be the MVP with those numbers. Like, he might be the MVP. Although Javi is a shot, but honestly, since the Dolphins made... Ooh, Eddie's up there too. I never did the awards for last year, did I? Eddie Small won the MVP for our final full season. I never calculated those, but I know he won, and Riley Painter was second. So Eddie Small has a chance to be a two-time MVP winner. There you go. I just completely forgot about doing that. I mean, I could take a look at it now. I don't think I can calculate it all, but I could probably figure it out. Yeah, why don't we do that? I mean, we can scroll through the stats while we go over them. Steve Bush was the rushing champ. That's a weird one. Wow, Jaquan Gore was finally good, and he finally stayed healthy. Jaquan Gore's good. He just can't stay on the field. What is his rating? 97. And that's probably like the 15th best running back. Oh, 7. Are all the running backs starting to regress? Like, what's McCaffrey? He is a 98. Okay, so not really. Yeah, Eddie Small definitely won MVP. Riley Painter was definitely second. It looks like Offensive Player of the Year for the final full season was McCaffrey. Ezekiel Elliott probably gets second, and third, I would say, goes to Juju, based on these graphs with the awards. Defensive Player of the Year, it looks like Nick Bosa would be first. Second place would be Jalen Ramsey, and third place would be Von Miller. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Javi Beretta got 17 of 18 first-place votes. Second place would go to Aaron Trout, who might have just won the MVP here. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Ufi Goober. Second place, your meme, Mercedes. Coach of the Year, Jax. Second place, I would say, is That One Gamer. And then third place would be Boomy. And then Meme of the Year was Roman Higgins not seeing the field as a rookie. And it seems like that hasn't really changed. So there are the awards. I'm pretty sure that's what they would look like while he led in sacks allowed. Wow, what a surprise. Didn't see that one coming with his 42 pass blocking. Reggie Peters, 17.5 sacks. Myles Garrett had 17.5. Bosa, 16.5. That's like not the best receiving core, bud. I'm sorry. Miles Jack with 7. How many interceptions did the Cardinals get as a team? Wow, their top two guys had 7 and 6. So Peters at 17.5. Jose, did he get a big payday? Jose Bunsuave? He's a 99 now, so probably. Bunsuave finally turns into a star. Oh yeah, he's locked up. Who's better, the Bosas or the Watts? I mean, all time the Watts, but right now, probably the Bosas. Was there any perfect kicker? Who is John Hunt? Justin Tucker was the worst kicker in the league at 38 years old. Nope, no one was perfect. So the MVP is Joe Burrow. I don't really have a major issue with that. I think it should go to Trout because the Dolphins made... He's a 92. Jesus Christ. I would say it's Trout because they made the playoffs. The Barons and Jags did not. Or maybe it should be Eddie. I think it should be Eddie just because I'm biased and Eddie's my dude. But I would say it's neck and neck between Trout and Eddie. You have yes, but the Barons have 2 99s and a 94. And we have 2 99s, probably 2. So the Ravens receiving core is probably like third. 3v2. Derek Watt doesn't count. Rookie of the Year is Clayton Montague. Who are you? Aaron Trout, best quarterback. Jose Morales, who's a 99. Wow. That's something. Juju, best receiver. Wow, what a surprise. How is his legacy score so low? He's been the arguably the best receiver in the league for years, and he is an OFL Bowl MVP. So how is it low? How does, like, Elmer's have 1,500 when he's also been elite for a while? These legacy scores do not make sense. Chris Godwin's been elite for a long time. His legacy score is barely over 1,000. How do these make sense? Adrian Asplaster in 4th. Dante Doolittle's a 97. Wow. Then in the NFC, the Offensive Player of the Year is Patrick Mahomes. What is his legacy score? He's not even in the Hall of Famer yet. How does this make sense? Myles Jack wins Defensive Player of the Year, no surprise. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Javier Watson for Detroit. Defensive Rookie of the Year is J.R. Mack. Best quarterback goes to Mahomes. Josh Jacobs, best running back, Odell. Odell's still an 88. He's still kind of good. Reggie Peters, best defensive lineman, Myles Jack, Avonte Maddox, and Jason Sanders as a 73. Who is the all-time legacy leader for coaches? Hobie. That would make sense because they have 2 OFL balls. So let's take a look at the playoff picture, and then we will start that. So the Raiders and Sentinels are the 1 seed. We got Eagles, Bucks, Cardinals, Rams, and Snowhawks and Steamers. In the AFC, we've got Cougars, Patriots, Dolphins, Steelers, and Colts, Ravens, a rematch. And I'm pretty sure these 2 teams played each other as well in the playoffs before. The Cougars squeak by New England. The Dolphins beat the Steelers, and the Ravens lose to the Titans. All of these were within 3 points. In the NFC, the Bucs are going to go on a run. Just watch. They beat the Eagles. The Cardinals beat the Rams. I can guarantee Bucs beat Arizona in the NFC Championship. It's bound to happen. And then the Steamers beat the Snowhawks. So the defending NFC champs are now out. We got Orlando, Tampa Bay, Arizona, Memphis, Vegas, Colts, and Cougars, Dolphins. Pain indeed. You guys have not made the playoffs in either season so far, Crockett. Come on, Bucks, Cardinals. Yes! It's gonna happen! The Bucks are gonna beat the Cardinals in this game. And then we have the Dolphins and the Colts. Ooh! So RSV or Apple is gonna go into the OFL Bowl. So, unless the 7 seed Bucks win, this means one of Bacher, RSV, or Apple is going to win a ring. Now, knowing Madden, the Bucs are going to make their run. The Bucs are going to win that game. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. I'm speaking it into existence. Just watch. It's going to happen. I hope it doesn't. Yep. Wow, what a surprise. The Bucs are in this OFL Bowl against the Dolphins. So we've got a Florida OFL Bowl, which is funny because the other Florida team won it last year. So the Colts lose in the AFC Championship again. The Cardinals are now 0-4 in the NFC Championship, I think, throughout OFL 21. At least. They might be 0-5. That is so painful. They've made the NFC Championship so many times and they've never won it once. And now the Bucs are back in the OFL Bowl again as a wild card, this time as a 7 seed, because logic. As we take a look at the Pro Bowl, Eddie is a 99, that's good to see. Even though his team isn't in the OFL Bowl. The Bucs are going to get another Mickey Mouse reign. It's going to happen. I literally called it. At the end of the year, when I saw Bucs 8-8, watch out for them to make another run. At the beginning of the playoffs, the Bucs are going to beat the Cardinals in the NFC Championship. Sure enough. There you go. Ass Blaster made it. Yay. Aaron Trout, please come to the Barons. I meant to pick Heath 3 years ago. I accidentally picked Javi. Javi finished higher than him in the MVP race, though, this year. Javi finished second. Trout finished in third. Although I think Trout should be higher because of team success. Javi's been cooking. Keaton is an 80 now, I see. If Chris Godwin is available in round 2, I'm taking him. Thanks for the little tidbit. Siri, please give me a whole number between 1 and 2. If it's the Bucks, we're wearing the creamsicles. It's 2. No, that's the Dolphins. Okay, we'll wear their throwbacks, which are actually good-looking. Please, Miami, do not let the Bucks get another Mickey Mouse ring. Please. Please. I mean, I kind of want to be right in calling the Bucks winning it, but I would rather see the Dolphins do it. RSV kind of gets a ring, even though it's only a Mickey Mouse ring. How many X Factors are on these teams? A lot. Yeah, there's a lot. Aaron Trout now has X Factor, so he's going up in Dev, I guess, both years. Damn. All right, here we go. Will the Bucks win their 3rd OFL Bowl of Madden 21 when nobody else has won it more than once? Or will RSV finally win a championship in some capacity? It's going to be the Bucks. It's going to be. It's going to be the Bucks. This game loves them way too much in the playoffs. The Bucks could, like, choose not to make the playoffs for the rest of OFL 21, and they'd still probably finish with the most playoff wins. We're here at AT&T in Dallas, Texas, here for the Florida Bowl. Who will dethrone the other Florida team, the Jaguars, as OFL Bowl champs? Will it be the Bucks or the Dolphins? Manoa is not better than Mize. It's not true. And remember, the Bucks beat the Jaguars by a lot the one time they played each other, and then they barely beat us. So far, so good. Yeah, the Bucks are going to do it again. They're up 21-0. They're going to do it again. At 8-8, this team wins 4 more playoff games. They are unreal. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going, assuming the Dolphins don't come back. Nope, yeah, this game's done. The Buccaneers have won a 3rd Mickey Mouse ring. I totally called it at the beginning. 8-8. I said, watch the Bucks make a run. Watch them beat the Cardinals in the NFC Championship. Lo and behold, as much as things change, they all stay the same. 8-8, 7 seed. Wins it all. The Bucks, I don't know if anyone else is going to win 3 rings, so that might be true. Jordan Love had to have won MVP. Jordan Love has to be a Hall of Famer at this point, right? He has to be. He's won 3 rings. Monty had a nice game. Darius Slayton tried to carry for the Dolphins, but guess it wasn't enough. When Octi said Mickey Mouse ring, why did I die laughing? The Bucks had 8 sacks on Willie Parks and Elgton Jenkins. Who did it? 4.5 for Kenneth Murray. So maybe Jordan Love is not the OFL Bowl MVP. Cam Newton had 2.5. He has developed into a stud. Joey Bosa with 1 and an injury. Yeah, these Bucks are a dynasty. That's 3 OFL Bowls in 5 years. They've won it every other year. Welcome in, Pokemon. So we've just finished the 2nd season of our long-term sim. By the way, we already revealed the AFC teams for OFL 21. You are officially the Titans. You can relocate them, like Madden has decided to do here. But you are officially... or did I say you were the Titans for OFL 21? I obviously meant OFL 22. I wonder which fake team they're going to replace the Dolphins as in the graphic. Just took a Band-Aid off, and we all can agree it hurts. That is facts. That is painful. So for context, in 2024, the Columbus Caps have become the Jets. In 2026, the Snowhawks became the Clemson Tigers. And the Dolphins are normal. Okay, cool. But the Bucks have now won 3 They're like the Giants, but with odd years. The San Francisco Giants, obviously, not the New York Giants. They don't know how to win. But the Bucks have won one in 2023, 2025, and 2027. Who was the OFL Bowl the first time? It was Jordan Love. He was the MVP. Okay, so Love is 2 OFL Bowl MVPs. If you want to do relocation, do that after the stream. I'll explain it in the Discord, and then you can do all that stuff. Retirements. We're going to see some young players in here, aren't we? Like in real life. Cooper Kupp. I mean, he's not that young. Michael Thomas, Shaq Mason. The Raiders are losing their whole offensive line. Ryan Ramczyk, Eric Armstead, Brandon Sheriff, Kenny Galladay. The dynamic duo of Barrett and Garrett is no more. Ali Marpet, Stephon Diggs, Austin Eckler, Joe Schobert, the Honey Badger. Mitchell Trubisky, Teddy Bridgewater. All right, now we can sim up to the draft. And while we do that, I will fill up my drink. I'll be back in like 1 minute, so don't blow the place up while I'm gone. Up since I've gone. So the Dolphins have no cap space. Like, there's no number there. What? I bet the cap space like automatically turned off. That'd be funny. Okay, they have like 40 mil, and they just chose not to spend it. All right, let's see what happened throughout the rest of free agency. Justin Jefferson of the Bulldogs. Wow, he's 29 already. Damn. Christian Kirk to Orlando. Danielle Hunter to the Raiders. Vic McAllister to Orlando. So who's going to play corner for... Oh, I guess we still have Akuda. Miles Sanders to the defending champion Bucks, as if they could get any stronger. Campanaro to Brooklyn. Dalvin Cook to the Texans. Who's our running back? Aaron Jones back to Toronto on a ridiculously cheap deal. I would have gladly given Dalvin that contract. Yannick Ngakoue. Wow, the Senators are spending a lot of money, and they were good this year. Weren't they the 1 seed? Yeah, they are the 1 seed, and they've added Yannick Ngakoue, Vic McAllister, and Christian Kirk. That team's be good. The Barons are spending a lot, too. They get Walty Snowman and Marcus Williams. Drew Lock is the new starter in Carolina. That's funny, because when I originally was going to draft Phil, I almost traded Drew Lock to Carolina. Carson Wentz to the Bills. I guess he's going to be their starter, yeah. Russell Wilson is now the backup in Arizona to Alexei Smirnov. Dak back to the Jets. Earl McQueen also signed to the Jets. Who's going to play running back for us? Like, who is our running back? Is it? I guess it's Sensei Wu, right? Who else would it be? Yeah, 84 overall, Sensei Wu. Where does he rank compared to the other running backs? Like 40th? 24. That's higher than I was expecting. Sensei Wu season. Watch us draft a running back who's like a cheat code. And he doesn't play because of Sensei Wu. All right, so are there quarterbacks in this class? We got Derek Wow, there's like 7. Derek Webster out of Alabama. Tony Goldberg from Tennessee. Chet Young, Spencer Picard, J.P. Anthony, Emmett Howard, and Larry Burr. And then after the first rounders, there's nobody projected to go until the 5th round. The top defensive prospect is Rakeem Lloyd out of Virginia. Braden Strong out of Texas Tech skipped the combine like a baller. All the teams, for the most part, look fairly similar. I know you guys still have Katie Katz. You still have most of your core. Josh Jacobs is still there. Kasim Lamb is still there. So the Chargers at number 1. They're going to pick the defensive end, Rakeem Lloyd. That kind of makes sense. They don't really need a quarterback. Who will be the first team to pick a QB? It's not going to be Carolina anymore. Oh, it's San Francisco! Oh! They picked Derek Webster. Okay. Huh. That's something. Sterling Owens, 76 to the Cowboys. Cordell Melton, 76 to the Panthers. Ben Burgess to Green Bay. The Lions pick another receiver. The Diablos at 11 pick Floyd Hodges, guard. He is a 70. This team cannot draft. No wonder we didn't make the playoffs last year. Virgil Shipp to the Chiefs. He's a 76. Tony Goldberg to New Orleans. That makes sense. They do need a QB. Caps with a nice receiver, Mac Keaton. Who's the next team who's going to pick a quarterback? Maybe Memphis? 79! Whoa! Jeffrey Blaylock to the Steelers. The Ravens go quarterback, Larry Burr. Andy Morrison probably has a new contract at this point, right? Because he's been in the league 4 years. Baltimore, what are you doing? They had to have paid him. He's gone! Wait, where'd he go? Where's Morrison? He left the Ravens. Wait, I didn't see him in free agency. Hold on. So Larry Burr is their new starter, first off. Yeah, what about Justin Herbert, too? What's the deal with that? Hold on, let me see. Because we didn't see either of those players in free agency. Justin Herbert's at 90, at 30 years old, and they picked a quarterback. Why? He is the 24th ranked QB in the game, but why does that make sense? Seems like a boomy pick to me. That'd be a boomy pick if they still had Morrison. Where is he? Is he not on a roster? He's not on a team. Is he like in free agency? Was he in free agency and nobody signed him? What? He's like at 90-something overall. Are you kidding? So Andy Morrison is just not on a roster. Probably in the mid-90s in rating. Or maybe he died. I don't know. I don't think that can happen in the game, but I'm not making any other roster moves. Andy Morrison is a free agent. I only did the 2 trades with the quarterbacks earlier because the Cowboys were hoarding them. So there's just a mid-90s overall quarterback sitting in free agency. I wonder who's going to sign him. What if Baltimore signs him? That'd be kind of funny. So no one wanted him. Why did I guess the Ravens didn't pay him because they're probably broke. Oh, that makes a lot more sense. They probably don't have much money. Yeah, that explains a lot. McLaurin is making 31. No, Oliver's making 31. McLaurin is making 50. Quentin Williams is making 50. And Tyreek Hill is making 40. So that's why they couldn't pay Morrison. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Those guys are all going to be a lot cheaper, though, next year. So the Ravens are going to get like $50 million cap space because McLaurin's deal and Quentin Williams' deal are going to cut in half. Maybe at the end of Morrison's career, we'll make sure he retires as a Raven. But I guess handing out those big contracts costed Morrison to leave. So the top player in the class is Jeffrey Blaylock. He only has normal, but he's darn good. The number 1 pick was Rakeem Lloyd. He's a 75 with hidden. If this Derek Webster guy has X Factor, we might trade him. We might trade him to Baltimore. Welcome to Cap Hell, Baltimore. Get hyped. Oh, they've been in Cap Hell, but now it's like extra hell. Now that they can't use it on their really good player. Yeah, I don't want to make this guy rot in San Francisco. I don't. We could always trade Herbert, though. Clearly, they picked him to replace Herbert. Imagine if we traded Herbert back to Baltimore. That'd be funny. That would be funny. Does Goldberg have a dev? He does not. What about the Ravens guy? I mean, the Ravens did pick a QB in the first round, so it wouldn't really make that much sense. He only is normal, though. I mean, maybe we want to send Herbert. Who needs a quarterback really badly, other than the 2 teams who just drafted one? It would kind of go full circle. I'm not trading Webster. I'm not going to do that, because the Niners clearly picked him for a reason. But it would kind of be full circle to get Herbert back in Baltimore. That would be a little bit fun. He's a 90 overall. He's not that bad. Wait, what if we traded Herbert to Baltimore and the game signed Andy Morrison for the Niners? That would be hilarious. I'm not going to go through the entire roster's Pokemon, but here's Katie Katz. He's a 99, I think. Yeah. But I'm not going to go through everybody's team because we just don't have time. Yeah, it's probably the Ravens or New Orleans, who just drafted one. Everybody else is set. Maybe Memphis. Actually, this kind of makes sense. Wait, where's Will Duvall? Duvall might be a free agent, too. How much? If Josh Allen has one more year on his contract, we're probably going to send Herbert to Memphis. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That does. And Baltimore wouldn't even have the cap for him. You're right. I didn't even think of that. You're right. So Baltimore can't get Herbert even if they wanted him. So I think we should send him to Memphis, Justin Herbert. And then Derek Webster, the X Factor, gets to play in San Francisco. So this is probably good for both the Niners and the Steamers. This kind of works out for both of them. What would be fair for Herbert? Because he's a 90 overall at 30. He's not going to get that much worse. I think he would get more than what we did with the Dolphins and Trout. I would say he's probably worth like a 1 and a 3. At least. Yeah, I mean, he's been pretty good. The past 3 seasons, he's been consistent. 11 of the playoffs in 2025. I would say a 1 and a 3 from the Steamers would be fair. Still waiting on the Taco Bell dynasty. Tell my college football revamp to work, and then we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. All right, let's see Andy Morrison just chilling in free agency. Oh, my Lord! You got Ruggs, you got DR3, and you got Morrison all just chilling. I didn't even notice the Cougars needed one. Maybe we send him to the Cougars. Why are those players just... And then there's a big drop-off after them. How does that make sense? Who is Chicago's QB? Nathan Ford. No, we should send him to the Cougars, Justin Herbert. And since they're a contender, I feel like we should get like a 1 and a 2. I hate to like make all these moves, but I want these young X Factors to play. So, wow, the Niners literally don't have any money. Well, now they will because they're trading Herbert. That and Sim be like, bruh. Yeah, they'll make a lot of money now. Is this fair? Do we all agree this is fair? Justin Herbert to the Cougars for a 1 and a 2 because Chicago is really good. Herbert to Steamers. Well, the Cougars quarterback is worse, and since they're a better team, I think they would have more reason to do this. Although Memphis kind of needs one too. I mean, Nathan Ford is not that special. Message retract. He played all of last year. Where was Romer last year? Was DR3 on a different team? Or was he in free agent? What the hell is... Why is Nathan Ford their starter? He wasn't that bad. He actually wasn't even that bad. Let me see Josh Allen's numbers last year. Hold on. Where was DR3 then last year? This does not make any sense. This is why the long-term sim is fun, by the way. Because it's all weird. Okay, pretty similar. I think the Cougars for a first and a second makes more sense. I think that's fair. Yeah, this team just... Wait, but they still made the playoffs with Nathan Ford. I still think this makes the most sense. Justin Herbert for the Cougars first and second. They're going to be late first and second. Keep in mind. I think we should add like a fifth. Because these are going to be really late picks. With the Steamers, I don't know if they'd be so late. I think this is fair. Let's do it. Oh, okay. Well, instead of the fifth, the Niners are going to have to get a player. Channing Meadows. Hopefully Colin is not attached to Channing Meadows. He said Madden Sim be like bruh, if that's what you're asking, Cobra. Okay, so let's see where those 3 guys sign. Watch him sign with San Francisco after all of this. What if nobody signs him? What if the game just leaves 95 plus quarterbacks in free agency and a 99 receiver? Ruggs is still there, but the other 2 are gone. I would think Ruggs will be the first one of those guys signed. Because most of these teams don't need QBs, but they do need receivers. Did the Niners sign one? Did the Niners sign Andy Morrison? Did I not just call this 5 minutes ago? The Niners have signed Andy Morrison, but it's probably only for a one-year deal. This game does not make any sense. This game. What if DR3 signed with the Cougars? Well, I guess not, because we gave them Herbert. Yeah, no, so he's not on the Cougars. He's probably on Memphis. Nope, then where is he? Is he a backup somewhere? DR3 is on the Rams. So as a 96 overall, Daniel Romer III will be backing up Keith Priolio. I kind of want to release him, but I don't want to mess with what the game's doing too much. He was on the Rams last year as their backup. What? So Daniel Romer III has been the Rams' backup as a 95-plus overall. So, okay, I'll ask you guys, do you think we should release Morrison from the Niners, who's a 95 X Factor? He went from normal to X Factor. That's cool. Or do they start Derek Webster, who also has X Factor? I mean, you don't get opportunities to get a guy like Andy Morrison every day. So the Niners they get a first and a second rounder, and they get an upgraded quarterback. That would be such a big brain move. We're doing 3 years today, so this is the final season for today. We could always trade Morrison for nothing to, like, the Steamers. I would rather see Andy Morrison in San Francisco, though. We're not going to have Morrison as a backup, I'll tell you that. Morrison's starting. We could always just trade him back to Baltimore. I mean, he's not making much money. So we could just do that. Just let the game be. That's kind of what I'm thinking. But we could always trade him back to the Ravens. So that way, the X Factor, Webster can start, and Morrison can start. And it can be in Baltimore. And the Ravens are broke, but they're not, like, broke enough to take on a $2 million deal. Actually, they probably are, but they could give up something. Yeah, they're really broke. So, hypothetically, I feel like we're messing with the game too much. But we could do, like, Dante and Nathan. We could do that. I think we're just going to let the sim play out with Andy Morrison in San Francisco and see what happens. If they re-sign him, then maybe we trade Webster. How about we do that? The Niners deserve to win Executive of the Year for big braining the system. We're not going to go through the offseason, by the way. We've already gone through 3 offseasons today. I think it makes sense. That's where we would start in the next stream, which I'm not sure what day that's going to be. Probably middle of next week. And I don't know how many seasons we'll go through then, whether it'll be 5 or 3. Okay, so who are the defending champion Mickey Mouse Buccaneers playing? They play us. That's interesting. Okay. So we'll sim to the midseason mark. So since it's an even year, the Bucs aren't going to make the playoffs now. And then next year, they're going to win the OFL Bowl. Because that's how this game works. And then remember, once we're done, once we go through this year's OFL Bowl, we will reveal the NFC teams. Why are people doing relocation stuff already? I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but... Oh, well. I mean, it's not that big, because everyone did it right. Yeah, everyone did the relocation stuff right, so I guess that's fine. No, you're good. You did it right. So, since you guys did it right, that's fine. If you did it wrong, then I'd probably be a little bit annoyed. But since you guys, like, all did it right, then that's totally fine. The Niners are 1-6 with Andy Morrison at quarterback. Why is this game so weird? Is Morrison playing well at least? Is he playing well? No, he's not been playing well. So, if he plays like this, I wonder if they extended him. The game probably still gave him an extension. If I were to guess. Because the Niners have money. Yeah. Not for that much, though. He's making $16 a year as a 96. That's cheap as hell. San Francisco is big braining the system, yet they're still 1-6. Huh. This game stays being weird. The Snowhawks are 7-1. They've been good every year of the long-term sim, and so is Arizona. The Packers, Texans, Snowhawks, and Bengals all only have one loss. I see we're back. It's going to be the Colts at the bottom. No, it's the Bills, the Eagles, and the Niners. So division by division, we've got the Bengals at 6-1. The Cougars are doing pretty well, too, with their new quarterback, Justin Herbert. The Colts are 2-5. Yeah, it's been the Colts today, up and down and up and down. The Jags aren't doing that well. Neither are the Barons. This is Houston's division. Wow. In the East, the Jets are in first place. Who is the Bills quarterback? Isn't it Wentz? I think it's Wentz. In the West, we are 6-2. Raiders and Chiefs are close behind. In the North, the Packers are in heavy control. The Lions, Steamers, and Thunderbirds don't really stand much of a chance. In the South, the Saints are in first. Bucks and Sentinels close behind. Carolina is struggling with Drew Lock. In the East, the Bulldogs are barely ahead of the Caps. Then in the West, the Snowhawks and Cardinals are in a tight race. Yeah, the sim has been very weird today. It has been really weird. Which is good. We want it to be weird. Not too weird, but like weird. You're back. What did you miss? How long have you been gone? Looks like about 10 minutes. So you haven't really missed much other than like simming. Wow, Tua is dominating other than the picks. Katie Katz is doing really well. Katz might be the MVP because his team is 7-1. Yeah, I would say through 8 weeks, Katie Katz is probably the MVP of the league. No, it's Tua, and Katz is in second. Okay, that's fair. Phil is in third. The rookie, Tony Goldberg, is in sixth. Oh, because he's on the Saints. Yeah, he has that cheesy playbook. So Tony Goldberg's going to turn into a beast now because he's on New Orleans. Imagine if they had that other X Factor. Webster, who's on the Niners. Then he'd be real good. So here we go for the final playoff run today. What weird twist does Madden have up in store here? Since Justin Herbert got traded, yeah, you really haven't missed much other than Andy Morrison choosing to sign with the Niners, which is too ironic. Did that happen before the Herbert trade or after? I don't remember. Probably after, yeah. That definitely happened after. And Daniel Romer III has been the Rams' backup last year and now this year. Who signed Henry Ruggs, by the way? I'll have to check that. What if the Diablo sign Ruggs? That'd be funny. Steal him away from the Chiefs? Kroper's argument for having the best receiving core is completely tarnished. One more week. If we don't make the playoffs, I'm going to throw hands. Today's upload will be Orioles. I think the Eagles will probably be tomorrow. We did not make the playoffs. No, that's the Niners. Okay, thank God. I thought we were on us for a second. I was going to say. Is OFL 22 going to have pre-existing injuries off? Yes. Although we're probably going to sim year one. So that won't really matter. But those players like Cam Akers who are hurt, they'll still be able to like progress and whatnot. What if Henry Ruggs is just not on the team? So the game just decided not to... Well, how's Roman Higgins doing? Well, he's hurt. I do kind of want to see his stats. Not all that good. Has he been extended? Yes, he has. So the game just let a 99 overall wide receiver sit in free agency all year? Why? Why? There have to be teams who need receivers who have money. They just let him sit here. Mahomes is just chilling there too. But why did nobody want Henry Ruggs? How much does he want? 11.6. That's not unreasonable at all. I just want to go through like a few teams. Could the Niners use Henry Ruggs? Yes, they could. And they definitely had enough money for it. I did not mean to click Darryl. The Jaguars, they have 3 receivers on their roster, although 2 of them are 98 plus. The Jets, they definitely have money, and they definitely could use a guy like Henry Ruggs. The Lions, they've invested so much into the wide receiver position, but their highest rated one is an 81. Green Bay, they have 2 93s, but yeah, actually not really. Ben Bridges is kind of good. Does he have a dev? No, but he's still kind of good. All right, let's take a look at the standings. Remember when you were thinking about trading for a late first to draft RH3? I mean, that'd probably be a better fit because Arizona doesn't throw him the ball. So the best record for a second straight season was the Las Vegas Raiders. Huh. In the AFC North, the Bengals and Cougars both make it, so Chicago has now made it 8 straight years, and Baltimore finished with the worst record in the league on an 8-game losing streak. You know, maybe they should have, tried to keep Andy. In the South, the Texans finished 12-4, and the Colts somehow sneak in after starting like 2-5. In the East, I see the AFC East has gone complete back into the dumpster, with the 3 teams who all made it last year finishing 7-9, and the Patriots winning the division at 8-8. Raiders go 13-3. Diablos get in at 11-5. In the North, the Packers go 10-6. They get in. In the South, has Orlando made it all 3 years? I think they have. I think. The Bucks do not get in, so we will have a new champion. The Bulldogs get the 1 seed. The Caps sneak in at 8-8. And then the West, the Cardinals win the division with the Snowhawks and Rams both getting in. Giants is your final guess for my team. Interesting. All right, let's take a look at the stats. So who did we say the MVP favorites were at the middle of the year? Tua and Katz? Yeah. Tua threw 18 interceptions. Kenneth Hawthorne, look at these numbers. He only threw 8 picks. Damn, he's figured it out. But Eddie Small and Katie Katz, yeah, I think Eddie's probably my MVP. He has to have X Factor by now, right? Nope, he's still a superstar. But I would probably pick Eddie. Again, totally not biased. But Katie Katz is right there, too. Riley Painter had a great year. IT wasn't too bad. Javi Barreto was kind of down for his standards. Chip had a great year. You love this, although his completion percentage, again, was pretty low. Yeah, Larry Burr is not very good. He's no Andy Morrison. Tony Goldberg played well. Justin Herbert played pretty well for the Cougars. Marvin Jones was really impressive. Cole Fulton's been kind of underwhelming. But he is a 91. Is that first one 3 as his, yeah. What is his speed? 83, huh. Norris Doris was kind of bad. Drew Lock was cheeks. Jeez, he was bad. He was real bad. Highest passer rating for starters is Eddie Small. By a landslide. Yeah, Eddie's the MVP. Morrison did play a lot better in the second half. Which I guess isn't too much of a surprise, considering he's like a 96. You'd think he'd figure it out, and he did. Credit to him. But the Niners have been so weird today. Dalvin Cook got outran by Sensei Wu. If that's not poetic justice, I don't know what is. Justin Jefferson was the leading receiver. Hawthorne is no longer the interception machine. I know, crazy. Adam Troutman had 106 catches. Tajik Potts and Kasim Lamb found the end zone 16 times. Brandon Ayuk had such a good season and scored twice. No wonder the Niners started 1-7. Taj Role, I liked this guy because of his name. He appears to be pretty good. 88 overall. Where is Juju? Did I skip him? Or was he just not good? I don't want the Cowboys. I want us. Where's Juju? Wow, he was just kind of bad. He was still probably better than Shoddy, though, right? Probably, yeah. What? He's at 99! Wow, okay. I didn't realize Tack Shoddy was that good. But his numbers, his career high in yards and catches were his rookie, actually not catches, but yards and yards per game was his rookie. But I thought Juju was worse. Come on, Cobra. Let's see the defense. I feel like somebody's going to break the sack record at some point. The greatest, who's the greatest undrafted signing? Myles Garrett. How close is he to the all-time sack record? He's got to be close. Interceptions, we got 7th for Adoree Jackson. Was he on the Titans in the last year of the actual OFL 21? I don't think Kasim Lamb was undrafted. I know he wasn't picked early, so you're right about that. I thought he was drafted, though. If he was undrafted, then holy cow, he is one of the best undrafted signings ever. But hold on, I kind of want to see this now. If he was undrafted, then that would be just an unbelievable find. He's in 98. But I feel like he got picked. He's gotten 1,000 yards every year, and he's still like missed time with injury. Yeah, I think that means he was undrafted. Wow, you're right. That is unreal. He's one of the greatest undrafted players ever. Is he like our version of Hakeem Butler, like a player who just comes out of nowhere and makes a Hall of Fame? Is he our Hakeem Butler? From last year? Cam Newton, TJ Watt, Oofy Goober. Alex Dyson and Sean Osgood with 6 interceptions. Did we have a perfect kicker this year? I see Justin Tucker decided to play well. How much did he regress? He is an 81, so not that much. The worst kicker was Ricky Lee. How the mighty have fallen. Enzo's kind of down low. Taylor Clancy out of Villanova was perfect. He is 69. Nice. He's the 43rd ranked kicker in the game, so he shouldn't even be starting. Kasim Lamb at this pace probably is going to be a Hall of Famer. 6 years of 1,000+ yards. This is like Mike Evans stuff. So Kenneth Hawthorne does win MVP. Good for him. I think it should be Eddie Smaller, Katie Katz, but good for him. What are all the quarterbacks' legacy scores? Not very high. Eddie's is only 2,700. Katz is only 4,000. Painter's only 1,000. Phil is only 2,000. These legacy scores are kind of dumb. I feel like they should be higher. Defensive Player of the Year, Myles Garrett. Ooh, we had 3 of the top 4. Offensive Rookie of the Year does go to Larry Byrne, mainly because nobody else was in the running. Bobby Sutton wins defense. So the Colts have a #1 pick. No, that was 2 years ago. Wait, yeah, okay. I was like, neither of those guys were the #1 pick. But, okay, that makes more sense. Eddie Small, best QB. Joe Mixon is still playing really well. DJ Moore, best receiver. James Daniels, Myles Garrett, Devin White, Go Diablos, Adoree Jackson, and Hunter Black went to best kicker. In the NFC, we got Katie Katz, Jordan Brooks, okay, Tony Goldberg. Did that other rookie quarterback play? I suppose he did not. Sean Osgood wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. Katie Katz, Zeke, Tajik Potts, who's a 91. What is Lamb's legacy score? 2,700. Yeah, I feel like that's kind of low, Madden. What is Cam Newton's? That's an interesting testament. 9,300. Okay. So Madden is nice to pass rushers with legacy score, but they're not nice to anybody else. Adoree? Okay, so you did sign Adoree. Okay, I didn't realize that, but I guess you're right. Playoff bracket. Raiders and Bulldogs are 1 seeds, with the Cardinals playing the Caps. I don't think those teams ever played each other against the playoffs. We finally see Arizona face off against Columbus. The Rams and Sentinels, Packers, Snowhawks, Texans, Colts, Bengals, Cougars. They played in the AFC Championship when the Cougars won it all. And then the Diablos and Patriots. I think we played them like year 1 in the playoffs and lost. Yeah, that was the year New England won it all, I think. And they have not made it back to the playoffs since. Come on, Diablos, don't let me down. They let me down. We lost by 17. So the Mexico City Diablos in the long-term sim through 3 years, I think have won, I want to say, 0 playoff games. Maybe we won one in the first year, I don't remember. The Cougars beat the Bengals. The Colts beat Houston by 1. The Caps score 45 on Arizona. The Sentinels beat the Rams, and Katie Katz, I believe, finally gets his... No, this is just his second playoff win against Portland. Into the conference finals. I want to see Eddie win a ring. Go Colts. Eddie deserves it. I can't see that man retire ringless. And they won! The Colts beat the Raiders, and the Patriots beat the Cougars. It seems like the Bulldogs have the Caps number again. They win that one, and then the Sentinels beat Green Bay. So we've got New England, Indy, and London, Orlando. That's an interesting group. Steamers, yeah, you guys have not made the playoffs, I think, at all today. You guys are cursed. The Patriots and Bulldogs. The Colts are starting to become the Cardinals when it comes to all these conference championship losses. Kenneth Hawthorne's really about to win an OFL Bowl before Smirnov and Eddie and Riley Painter. I'm going to be sick. The lowest rated Pro Bowl quarterback. Oh, I thought Baker was a 99 for a second. So 5 of the 6 Pro Bowl QBs are 97 pluses. 4 of them are 99s. Did Joe Smirnoff and Alexei Smirnoff both make it? Yep. That's pretty cool. Imagine losing to... We need, like, one of those, like, copy pasta memes of, like, you lost to Kenneth Hawthorne. And it's a picture of him throwing an interception, because he's thrown quite a lot of those. So, the Patriots and the Bulldogs. The Patriots won the very first OFL Bowl. No, wait. No, they lost. Why do I think they won? New England has not won an OFL Bowl this year. They lost to Carolina in year 1. The Bulldogs, back when they were the Giants, lost in the sim year. So, both of these teams lost OFL Bowls very early into OFL 21. Siri, give me a whole number between 1 and 2. Siri picks 2. That's the Bulldogs. For what it's worth, both of the teams we've usered in the OFL Bowls today have lost. We usered Portland against Jacksonville. They lost. We usered the Dolphins against Tampa Bay. They lost. Are we going to have an 8-8 team win the OFL Bowl 2 years in a row? And then after this game, we will reveal the NFC for OFL 22. So don't go anywhere. We've still got a lot to do. Actually, not really. I mean, that only takes like 5 minutes. But yeah, we've still got important stuff to do. Well, Bradshaw's a 99. Wow. That's cool. Who is hosting it this year? The Cardinals. Ironically, the Bulldogs always beat the Cardinals in the playoffs. So, I wonder who the Arizona Faithful is rooting for. Probably New England. London strikes first. Deshaun Watson or Kenneth Hawthorne is about to win an OFL Bowl. That's funny because of how bad they've both been throughout OFL 21, and London is dominating right now. All 3 OFL Bowls in the long-term sim today have not been very close, but New England quickly scores 2 touchdowns. London answers. This is actually kind of the game. Okay, not really. London wins. The Bulldogs are OFL Bowl champs, so Deshaun Watson gets a ring. Since when did Kenneth Hawthorne wear 18? I guess we never really watched many Patriots games with him, so I guess that's why I didn't realize that. Hawthorne was blah. Deshaun Watson was kind of blah, too. Ezekiel had a nice game. Derrick Henry's on New England. Wow. Paulo Weiss was the leading receiver in catches. Justin Jefferson led in yards. Who is the OFL Bowl MVP? Maybe it's someone on defense. New England only had 1 sack. Any picks? They had 1 for Chance Bridge. Yeah, I don't really think anybody here deserves to win OFL Bowl MVP. Why was I checking New England's? The Bulldogs won. I was checking New England's defensive stats to find an OFL Bowl MVP, but they lost. Yes, I do kind of want to see Kenneth Hawthorne's career stats. We'll check retirements real quick, and then we'll do NFC team reveals. Here we are at the season recap. There are the beautiful Clemson Tigers. The Jacksonville Jaguars apparently have won the OFL Bowl according to Madden. Why? I don't think the Jaguars won it. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it was London. It seems like every year that the Bucks don't win the OFL Bowl, that graphic is messed up. Even years are when the graphic is messed up. Odd years are when the Bucks win it all. Derrick Henry retires. Mike Evans, Russell Wilson finally retires after one of the weirdest OFL careers you'll ever see. Von Miller, Darius Geis, Odell Beckham, Tyreek Hill. The Ravens are going to get a lot of money with Tyreek Hill and DeMarcus Lawrence retiring. That clears up probably like 70 mil. Jonathan Allen, Kevin Byard, Justin Simmons, Corey Davis, Tre'Davious White, Vita Vea. Didn't he just sign like a big contract last year? Laramie Tunsil. Curtis Samuel, Brandon Cooks. Chidobe, no! Not Chidobe. I'm sad. Jack Fox, no! You think I'm the Saints or the Bucks? If you can't beat them, join them. Go Bucks. I'm kidding. Or maybe I'm not kidding. I don't know. Actually, I do know. And everyone's going to know in about 5 minutes. New England. Let's see what the deal with Kenneth Hawthorne is. He's a 99 with morale, but still a 99. This has to be his first year without double-digit picks, yeah. I mean, he's improved throughout the sim, all 3 years. I'm kind of impressed. After really not knowing how to play quarterback these 3 years, he's kind of figured it out. Yes, I am announcing the NFC teams, I guess, right now, since we're done. Let me save this real quick. All right, now let's pull up the NFC goodies. I might just make a separate save file for this. All right, NFC teams. We will start in the NFC East. The Dallas Cowboys will be a CPU. The New York Giants will be Naruto. The Giants are not relocation eligible, but if Naruto does not like that, we can switch his team. The Philadelphia Eagles are Cobra. And the Washington football team will be Apple. They are also not relocation eligible, but I know Apple really wanted Washington, so I don't think he would plan on relocating them. The NFC North. The Chicago Bears, they are not relocation eligible. They are also not occupied. They are a CPU team. The Detroit Lions will be Jose. The Green Bay Packers will be Boomy. And the Minnesota Vikings will be me. Yes, I have given myself the Vikings who are not relocation eligible. So I will be the Minnesota Vikings for OFL 22. Why? Because the NFC North is kind of fun and they have cool jerseys. And I don't dislike the Vikings in real life. Even though they are in our division, I don't dislike them. NFC South, the Atlanta Falcons, they are not relocation eligible. They will be coached by Noljitsu. The Carolina Panthers will be coached by Husker. The New Orleans Saints will be with Colin. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will be with Ian. And then last but not least, the NFC West. The Arizona Cardinals do not have a coach at the moment. They are a CPU team. The Los Angeles Rams will be coached by Mr. Rob. The San Francisco 49ers will be coached by Nickinator. And that leaves us with RMP, who will coach the Seattle Seahawks. So there you go. We're going to be doing a fantasy draft. You're surprised. I don't dislike the Vikings. They have really cool jerseys. And I don't dislike them. We get the Husker-Collin division. I mean, you guys wanted to be in... Both of you specifically requested same division as each other, and the teams you wanted were in the same division. So that made my life really easy. But I guess that probably will end the stream. So shortly I will make an announcement, I would say within the next hour or so, regarding relocation. I know some people have already started, and for those who have, you've done it right, so good job. I can check my DMs, yes. But I hope everybody enjoyed part 1 of the long-term sim. We will be back with part 2 sometime next week. I don't know how many seasons we're going to cover in the next long-term sim, whether we're going to do 3 or 5. I don't really know yet. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.